What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So this is a highly requested video from me, from a lot of you guys on decals. Can you show us how you do NASCAR decals or any kind of decals you do, carbon fiber, all that kind of stuff? This is literally how I do all my decals. Carbon fiber, NASCAR, everything. So in this video we are doing Joey Logano's NASCAR. We got the car all painted, and if you paint a car or model, whatever you want to call it, make sure you let the paint dry for at least 8 to 12 hours. Make sure the paint is fully dry before you put any decals onto the car. So this is a decal sheet. As you see, it's very high quality. It's by Power Slide, which is an amazing company. They make amazing decals, and yeah, they're just super high quality. So I went ahead and put on the pinstripes on the car because that wasn't too soothing to enjoy watching, but we got that out of the way. And the first thing I like to do on these NASCAR bodies, I always like to put on the necessary decals that has to be at the same exact spot. So we got the Cup Series sticker right here. I'm putting that down right now before I put on the actual number and the sponsor logo, such as Pennzoil and stuff, because these NASCARs, they're sticker bound basically, so they have to be at the same exact spot. They have to be where they're supposed to be. So you gotta make sure you put these decals down first so you get the other ones lined up. If you put down the number 22, then this decal might not line up. So put down, the front to back. That's what I like to do. So right now what I'm doing is I'm getting a brush and you're using a Marco set. I'm just rubbing the body because these decals are very sticky. So you do have to make sure the surface is soaked with that, because if you don't do that, these decals will stick immediately. And let it soak in water. I use just regular water. I'm not using any warm water because, to be honest, warm water doesn't last very long. So just little, coldest water. It's not a big deal. And as you see, the decal slides right off. It's been there for about 25 to 30 seconds, and it's right off. And make sure you line the decal up perfect. And then once you are happy where the decal is at, we are using a lot of cotton swabs in this video. So we are using a mix of wet and dry cotton swabs. So right now what we're doing is we're getting the moisture out of the underside of the decal. This is going to prevent it from moving ever again, because we are happy where we want it. So we want to get all the moisture out of it, all the air bubbles, everything that's under the decal, and we're getting it as smooth as possible. Alright, once that's all done and set and clear, right now we want to make sure there is absolutely zero wrinkles in these decals. So right now we're using a cotton swab, obviously, and all the moisture is out of the decal, and it's just a matter of forming it down. So you want to do is you want to roll the Q-tip, not scrub it. If you scrub it, you're obviously going to stretch and tear the decal. And also, you see a blow dryer. This is what I use mostly all the time, but we're just adding a little bit of heat to the decal, and basically the heat, it softens the decal. It basically acts and helps the Marco saw, you want to call it. But for this decal, I did not use any Marco saw because, to be honest, it didn't really need it. We just need a little bit of heat. The little heat just heats up and it forms it to the body line. Super nice. And basically, also the heat basically gets rid of everything that's under the decal. Any air bubbles, any moisture, everything. It basically helps that as well, and it just forms the decal much more thermally. Alright, so we're basically doing the same exact procedure for the Pennzoil logo. Just getting Marco set. We're going to plaster a bunch of it on here so it doesn't stick immediately, so we can actually move it, and so it doesn't stick in one spot and end up in the wrong spot. So plaster a bunch of Marco set on there, and then slide the decal straight onto the body. Make sure you keep the decal onto the backing paper, because a lot of these decals, they are very thin and they will lose their shape and form if you just grab it from the backing paper from there and drag it to the body. Don't do that, especially on these bigger ones, because they will bend and they will curve, and yeah, you're going to have fun getting it back to shape. So basically same exact procedure as the number 22, getting rid of all the air bubbles and everything underneath the decal, all the moisture and stuff, and then we're just going to roll over the Q-tip on top of the decal and make sure that's smooth. We're going to put a little heat to it and everything. So we're basically doing this for everything else. I will come back when we move to the roof and the hood, which is the big ones.
Oh, so suddenly you're poison the air I breathe. But if you don't hate me, then why would you break me?
Alright, so we are on the big one, the roof decal, and these are pretty difficult sometimes. Luckily, this 22, a lot of these next-gen NASCAR decals, they have the roof like antennas, and this one has the one of the antennas cut out on the 22. So you want to line that up and make sure it goes through. And we do have a secondary antenna, and we bring up my X-Acto blade, and we are just cutting a little slice into the decal where the antenna is, and then we're just gonna get our fingers, we're just gonna push decal down through the antenna. Make sure it's where you want it, obviously. Make sure it's not crooked or anything, and just push your fingers down and just push it against the antenna, and it will poke through, and then we're good to go. So again, same exact procedure, just get all the air bubbles out to get all the moisture out here. And then this one is longer because obviously we do have the roof flaps and stuff we do have to form the decal in. And then this one we did use actually Marco saw and a bit of heat and stuff because we have those roof flaps and stuff, and we got a lot of panel lines where these decals do have to sink down.
Payback, yeah, you better take that. You could call me selfish, you critical, I could take the blame. Just like I could take a match and send it up in flames. Don't say I didn't warn ya, this might hurt, but that's just karma. Better take that. Call it payback. Don't say I didn't warn ya. Stay mad, I know you wanna. This might hurt, but that's just karma. That's just karma. Go and play the part, play the victim.
Alright, so we are using a little bit of Marco saw. Basically, I'm only putting it where the panel lines are, as you can see where the roof flaps are. Basically, the decals weren't going in there as much as I want them to go, so that's why we're using a little bit of Marco saw. Not much, as you can see, I'm not putting it on the entire decal because I don't need it on that entire decal. Just need a little more support and more help on the panel lines where they're supposed to sink in. Then of course we're just applying a little more heat. Basically the heat is like extra, basically Marco Salt 2.0. It basically helps the Marco Salt just soak into the decal, and it just forms it much faster, and it basically just helps the Marco Salt a little bit of heat. So as you can see, I can see right here, they look perfect, and then we're just gonna get a Q-tip again, and we're just gonna help them out a little bit more. So we are on the biggest decal of them all, which is the hood. The hood has the Pennzoil and also has the Shell logo. And make sure, just do this just in case. For this one, obviously it was a must, but sometimes some cars don't need it. But do it just in case, you just never know. Put the hood onto the body, because some decals, such as this one, it will overwrap onto the hood onto the fenders. So make sure you have your hood on, and make sure it's on properly where it's going to sit, because where the Pennzoil part of the P and part of the L is going to sit onto the fenders. So you want to do is you want to get your decal on, get it where you need it to be, obviously. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get all the air bubbles out. Again, we have cotton swabs, and basically get it down where we need it, where it's not going to move. Because we are going to cut the part of the P and part of the L. Do not do that until the decal is firmly down, because the decal right now, it can move when you are cutting it, and it's basically not going to, it's not going to be a clean cut for one, and for two, the decal might not be where it's going to line up with the L and the P part of it. So we're just getting a cotton swab, again a dry one at this moment in time, because we want to get rid of all the moisture that is under it and air bubbles, and just basically make sure it's not going to move before we do any cutting onto the L and the P.
Make it last forever. Stop in time. Yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but in the dead of the night. Teardrops on the floor. The pain is over. Feel the darkness take.
Alright, now the decal is firmly down, basically where it's not going to move anymore. Basically, so we do have to do more work to it, but it's at the point where it's not going to move. So what you want to do is get your X-Acto blade. Make sure you are using a fresh new X-Acto blade. I was not by accident. When we moved onto the L, you will see I didn't cut through all the way, but not a big deal. But make sure you are using a nice brand new sharp X-Acto blade. I did speed this footage up right here because I'm just moving the part of the P where it needs to be, so not too big a deal. But yeah, make sure you're using a really nice, super sharp X-Acto blade where it can cut super clean on these decals. Right here, when I do move the hood, again, the decal wasn't cut all the way, but yeah, just be cautious and go slow and take your time a bit. And there is our completed body. As you see, it looks absolutely incredible. And yeah, decals, they are amazing. They just, you just gotta take your time, go slow, and go easy with them. And you'll get them perfect. This took about 5 hours to do, so it just give you a reference. I did not show every single decal. I just showed the main ones, so that's the big ones, because the big ones are the hardest ones. Basically, all the smaller ones you see on here, I didn't use any Marco salt on them. Basically, everything else I just use, the decal set. But other than that, take your time, go slow, you'll get them, and just basically do all the methods I told you. Just use a little bit of heat, use a blow dryer, go to a dollar store and just get a cheap blow dryer. Do not use a heat gun. Please do not use a heat gun. Heat gun's way too hot, and that will melt the body and it will melt the decals. So just use a blow dryer. That definitely helps, and just a little bit of Marco salt, and basically all that goes a long way. And as you see, it looks super nice. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed making it, and until my next video, I will catch you all next time.